So while everyone is celebrating the reworks, barely anyone is diving deep into how the new meta will actually shape up. And trust me, it's about to get wild. First and foremost, helmets are getting a massive nerf. The only ones staying in the game are the golden and red helmets. And guess what? Neither of them offers headshot protection anymore. That means weapons with high headshot multipliers are about to shred through enemies like a paper. Take the G7 Scout for example. It's already known for its solid TTK if you land headshots. Now, just a 4 well-placed shots and your enemy is down. Don't believe me? Let's run a quick simulation. We'll compare the new helmetless reality to the current setup. Yeah, that's a huge difference. By the way, I do full TTK breakdowns every season, so if you wanna stay ahead of the meta, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. And it's not just G7, this applies to all sniper and marksman rifles. The longbow, for instance, is finally achieving its 2-shot headshot potential, no matter what armor your opponent is wearing. Oh, and the bocce bow fans. It's back, baby! And let's not forget the charge rifle, which at max range will deal around 198 damage. Or maybe even more, considering the current firing range dummies, which have a grey helmet by default, and if I'm not mistaken, it provides somewhat 30% headshot damage reduction. But hold on, it's just the start. You are probably wondering why I tested all of this on purple armor. Well, here is the kicker. Everyone's max HP is being reduced. No more red armor for the masses. Purple now is the highest upgrade. And that's 200 health maximum. And that also means one crucial thing. The Kraber is back to being a one-shot headshot in most scenarios. Didn't see that coming, huh? The only way to get to 125 HP now is to grab a red helmet from late game airdrops or the mythic loot bin. So for the whole map there gonna be only a few people with that much health. And that means that the TTK of all guns across the board is much lower. But wait, it gets even crazier. On top of all of this, developers have increased weapon damage across the board. And this had a chain reaction, making weapons that previously struggled to one-clip enemies, like R301 or Car SMG, way more viable. In the past, they'd leave enemies barely alive, forcing you to chase them into cover. Not anymore! Looks like SMG are officially back in the meta. Now let's talk about airdrops, because something huge is happening here. Rampart is introducing her own special airdrop, featuring a pre-kitted weapons with unique traits. We are talking things like increased movement speed, faster reloads, and even tactical ability cooldown reductions when cracking enemy's shield. But here is what I find even more interesting. This is clearly setting the stage for a much bigger shift. Think about it. First, we had unique weapon abilities in Final Fantasy event with Materia, and the player response were positive. Then we saw the Rift Ticks, with weapons like 3030 gaining vampirism. And next, on top of all of that, came another Final Fantasy event, further refining this concept. And now we've got Rampart's airdrop, bringing even more unique weapon traits. You know what? I'd be willing to bet half of a cookie that soon every airdrop weapon won't just get a minor 10 to 15% stat buff, but will also have a special unique traits. Why? Because right now the golden weapon system is kind of pointless. You can land at hot zone and get a golden gun instantly, and then later find this same gun in airdrop. And that completely devalues the risk versus reward of a hot dropping. Meanwhile, mythic weapons remain the only truly game-changing pickups, but they're locked behind late-game airdrops. So giving airdrop weapons a unique perks looks like a perfect solution for fixing the current problem. And I'm pretty confident developers are heading in that direction. And if that wasn't enough, we are also getting a brand new arsenal scattered across the map. You can find them on your map and you can see which one provides needed type of weapons based on ammo type. So if you already found a good attachments but missing the perfect weapon, you can just head to the nearest arsenal and grab it there. No more looting 3 POIs and coming up empty-handed. Plus, Arsenal provide a free level up for one of your attachments, or give you some if you don't have any, with a max upgrade level of purple. That means you can even land straight at an arsenal, grab a weapon, get some ammo and start with a scoped and kitted gun. Side note, new arsenals unintentionally decreased the Loba's black market value. So that's the fun part. So yeah, aside from the massive Assault Legend buff, these changes will likely have the biggest impact on the gameplay in Season 24. And for some reason, no one is really talking about them. But gladly you got me. So what do you guys think about this upcoming update? Let me know in the comments, I'll be reading through all of them. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my full TTK comparison video. See you there!